Hey, buddy. Sorry about. Yeah, it cut out again, and it's now getting dark. I've been having so much trouble with this, but yeah, as you can see now, I'm up to like 36 volts. I'm using the plasma ball, but I guess I got cut off in the middle where I was explaining that this is a two-stage uh, Walton Crofton multiplier, pretty much two-stage. I don't know if I mentioned all that. And then, of course, I have the antennas, you know, here. And it's pretty much like a dipole uh, configuration in a way. If you notice how I have it over here. Okay. Why am I doing it this way? See, now I'm holding the phone wrong. So the video is going to look kind of funny. Oh, well. Anyways, there it is. I don't know where I was because this thing keeps messing up on me. But if you notice, I do have. I know you mentioned about no resistance, but I do have a. I did notice that the receiving from the transmitter, when I put this 1 mega ohm resistor on there, it improved the connection of those two. Um, what do you call those? Antenna multipliers that I'm using, like in a type of a almost like a dipole type of situation. But if you notice, it is a as you mentioned. I mean, everything you mentioned. Like, I've been reading what you've been saying, and about the. I do have some capacitors that are variable capacitors in there that I could probably use in combination with the coil. There's a lot of things I can do to tune this thing. I believe that I can tune this thing just right. I can. All I have to do is give it some kind of ground, and I could probably use it all around the house. That transmitter right there is already proven to be pretty powerful. If I can take care of the issue with the impedance and match the antenna properly, it won't. Maybe I can run it for a longer time and it won't get hot. But I mean, that thing always got hot even before I modified it, because it's just I don't know, it's just a cheap thing that it's pretty good for what it does. I mean, it was made. Reality is that this thing here was really made as one of those things that you plug in um, uh, a audio device, or like from your phone or whatever, and it'll play music. So, out of the Tesla coil, it picks up the frequency and runs it out, and you can actually hear it. It's very faint, but it kind of works. But these are, like I said, they're novelties, and I didn't feel like going through the trouble of building a Tesla coil and all that, and trying to get that right. I think they did a couple of these before, and they had the problem of getting hot. So what they did is they added a fan under the what do you call this? The heat sink over here. So it's got a fan underneath, and to try to cool it. But even with that, they still get hot if they're running like for a long period of time. Now, the plasma ball, on the other hand, I can run that day and night without rest. Those plasma balls, that's a good one. And I got the little baby ones from the USBs, which I've used a lot, and that's pretty much how I actually got a lot of the tuning done on this, was using that baby. I just had it like right where this one is, pretty much. Now, this one has a lot of power. This one gives off a lot of power. It's a much bigger plasma ball. It's twice the energy consumption of the little one, which is a USB at 5 volts, 300 milliamps, where this one is, I think it's like 12 volts and 600 milliamps. So it's a lot, or 10 volts or something, and 600 milliamps, but it's twice as much as the power as the USB one. But it does they're about the same pretty much as far as the transmission of them. The fact that they're transmitting, uh, Crazy stuff. Anyways, I lost. I said that I had a tip 41 as my transistor, and I could go into a lot of details, but I'm going to end it right here. This is pretty much where I am. And man, I love sharing with you. And wait until you see the lake. Oh, well, I do have a lake out here. You see that? And there's a nice dock on this side that we repaired. As you can see, the dock out there. And you know what I'm talking about. You get the idea of what you're trying to do, what we're trying to do, both doing the same thing, kind of. And we're not alone. I mean, so many people are working on what we're working on, and we're all just sharing on YouTube. And eventually, this thing will be out of control. Anyways, guys, have fun experimenting, man. We'll keep sharing later.